36-year-old man dead apparently in Seffner because of an unprecedented sinkhole. Fox 13's Stef DiPietrantonio is there live. We've just heard some facts and details that we're all trying to sort through right now. But let me put this one to you, Stef. What we don't know, and what they apparently don't know, is how wide the area is that could be affected by this. And I see from the earlier statement that about 3 houses have been evacuated. Give us some sense of the area there and the concern about the neighborhood itself.
Well, John, I think if you look right behind me where the house is sitting, he alluded to how wide it was in some of that live news conference where he said it's about 30 feet around right now, but the real unknown is the soft edge that keeps collapsing all the way around it. You heard the one engineer say he can't believe that this house is still standing all day long because the sandy area right below it is so fragile. You've got about 20 feet of sand right below the house, and then from 20 feet down to about 55 more feet, you've got a mix of loose sand and clay, both very unstable. So I think the task right now is they want to find where the edge of this hole is so they get their equipment a little bit closer. They've had plenty of the sinkhole guys out there. They've been tethered to large ropes around their waist just in case things just let go. But they have been trying to figure out how close they can get. If you can look behind me here, Alice, maybe you can zoom on in. You can see where one of the guys there wearing the tether that really they're saying at any moment this ground could give way and the house itself could be sucked right down into it. They have evacuated the neighbors on both sides of the house. They're not sure if they can even let them, the houses not directly involved, go back in and try to check for some of their personal belongings. A real frustrating scene. And I think one of the takeaways that you heard from the fire chief was that, from fire rescue, was the safety aspect. You know, the family thinks that people are standing around, there's nothing happening, but they've got so much to do to make sure it's truly safe to get even near the house. If it's a fear of an imminent collapse, no one could go near to even think of recovering Jeff Bush's body, John.
Steph, we also heard that the man's brother was almost a victim inside that house, and he was rescued by Deputy Douglas Duval.
That was an amazing, I think, rescue there, John, certainly because, as you heard them allude to, there was the initial collapse. And I think that is where Duval was able to really rescue Jeremy Bush. And then there was a second collapse where everything just kind of disappeared down into the abyss. Someone described it earlier as a real honeycomb from not for where we're standing to all the way back, probably around 20 to 30 feet around the house. Very unstable area. They moved our cameras back about another 50 feet just about an hour ago, just to be sure.
Now, the neighborhood, the closest house is how far, Steph?
Well, on this side, if you just count the yard, there's probably only about 20 to 30 feet in between the two houses. The house directly to the right of the Bush's house is only about 10 to 15 feet away, so the houses are very close together. And if you consider a 30-foot diameter around this house, the house itself is not probably more than 20 to 30 feet long there, John.
All right, Steph, we're going to let you go there for a little bit and put some more of this together. We'll be talking to you later on. Thank you very much, Stef DiPietrantonio in Seffner.